Welcome to Alog Radio, the virtual radio station for all the people, entertaining you with facts, statistics and stories from around the world. So sit back and prepare for the information that will entertain you, and enjoy. It's the 23rd of February 2017, and on this day in 1904, the United States acquires control of the Panama Canal for $10 million. If you don't know what the Panama Canal is, it's a canal that runs across Panama, which is the narrowest part of the American continent, and it joins the two oceans, the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean, and it's like a shortcut. And it's a man-made structure. It's very big, and many people died making it. And according to About.com, it's 48 miles long, or 77 kilometers long, and it's made to allow ships to save up to 8,000 miles, or 12,875 kilometers, instead of going around the South America, circling around a continent. It could go through it, so it's like a shortcut. Pretty amazing thing. Especially when you think about how much fuel it actually saves, how much all those big ships that use all that diesel that they burn and stuff like that. Also, on this day in 1998, Osama bin Laden publishes a fatwa declaring jihad against all Jews and Crusaders. I think he was Saudi Arabian, wasn't he? He was a Saudi Arabian national. I think he was kicked out of his own country by his own government. And he was originally a friend of America because he was an enemy of Russia, because he was fighting in Afghanistan against Russia in the beginning, and he was funding all the he was paying for all the weapons they had, all the forces there. He was born into a wealthy family, but he turned on America, I think, when they were helping Israel, because he's against the Jewish people. And soon after that, he attacked American things. I think the first one was the embassy. In 1998, the US embassy was bombed, and obviously in September 11, we all know that one. In 2001, he organised and funded the suicide plane crashes into the World Trade Center. Oh, please bear with me, by the way. I've had a respiratory virus of some sort. I don't know if it's a flu or cold, so my voice isn't what it normally is. It's a bit rough today, but I'm feeling better. And if you're new to this, what this is a virtual radio station, and I look for facts and statistics and stories from around the world, and I talk about them for a while. And if you're busy, or your SOB's pissed in your tea, or if you're up to your eyeballs in BS, or you just want to listen to something, then this is for you. And if you like what you're hearing, then remember to subscribe or follow, and I'll keep you be updated on your push notifications. You'll be kept up to date on the new information. So let's carry on. According to the interestingthings.info website, Mr. Smithers, which is like the assistant for Mr. Burns, the guy that runs the nuclear power station on The Simpsons, he appeared as a black man on one show, I think, by accident, because there was an error in the software or some kind of mistake. It was never intended to be black, but when they put him back to yellow again, because it might offend. They were worried it will offend the community, and I think also, you know, that they're all yellow, and there's actually a reason they're yellow. The reason they're yellow is to make them stand out, because yellow actually appears more bright to us than white, because of the psychological, the way our brains are. It sort of stands out. That's why, you know, if you go to New York, the taxis are yellow. I wonder if SpongeBob copied the same thing. You have to bear with me because I've got a virus, a little bit left over, and it's messing up my voice a bit. So my voice is a bit rough, but yeah. Hopefully next time I make this video, make this broadcast, I'll be back to normal. Looking on the same website, on interestingthings.info, you can see that it says that 100,000 kilometers is the length of all the blood vessels in your body. And you go, what? But I'm only 2 meters tall. How can I be 100,000 kilometers of blood vessels? Well, that makes sense in a way because most of your blood vessels are microscopic. So, and there's millions of they go up and the whole body tissue contains every bit of your tissue contains blood vessels. There's hardly any bit of tissue in the whole body that doesn't have any blood vessels in it. So if you imagine you're 2 meters and imagine there's millions of 2 meters. That's why there's 100,000 kilometers of blood vessels, because some of the blood vessels are only barely wider than the actual cells that pass through them. Here's an interesting fact. If bricks were made of bone, they'll be able to support 9 tons, the same as concrete. So bones are very strong. They can hold a lot of weight and they can take a lot of force. They're a bit they can break obviously, but that's from shock. But if you slowly added the weight to it, and it had the same area, same volume as a brick, it would hold 9 tons, which is very amazing. You don't realise that you have things as strong as stone inside your body. And also, did you know that your blood is red because of hemoglobin, but the hemoglobin on itself is not red. It's only red because when it's binded to oxygen. So when the oxygen atoms attach to the hemoglobin, it turns red. I think it's a blue colour, isn't it, by default? Some people think it's because it's got iron in it, but it's not. It's nothing to do with the iron. It's purely because of the protein, hemoglobin. The beard is the fastest growing hairs in the body. I can vouch for that myself actually, because sometimes I'll shave in the morning, and in the same day I need to shave again. Like by the time it's time to go to bed, there's like stubble coming out. The same day, like by the time it's 9 o'clock. So I'll shave at 9 in the morning, and then at 9 o'clock it's got stubble coming out. Now I have a really juicy fact for you, a fact that will blow your mind. It's become recently possible to reconstruct someone's face using DNA. You're not hearing things here, and I'm not exaggerating, you really can. This is not the future. This isn't available now. You can actually make a portrait of what someone would look like using DNA. So like someone threw a piece of gum away, or if there was blood left from a rapist, they can take the DNA. It's expensive at the moment. They can take the DNA and then they can look at examine the DNA, and then there's certain things that make certain facial features, and then they can make a whole face using the DNA, a rough face I should say, but it's actually quite doable. So in the future, like if someone kills someone and they leave a blood stain on the floor, they'll take a sample of that, and then they'll actually put it through a computer, and then it will find the markers for the facial features, and it will rebuild a face, like a close match face to the DNA, as close as it can, and then they'll be able to know exactly what he looks like if he has a big nose, he has small ears, or he has beady eyes, stuff like that, or how his cheeks are shaped, or eye colour, or how close together his eyes are, all those sort of things. They'll see that in the DNA. So it's quite interesting. And then they'll rebuild a face. That's mind blowing actually. Anyway, if you're new to this, just remember to subscribe if you like what you're hearing, and I'll give you more facts. And we hope to grow to a big station. And thanks for listening this far. Remember to subscribe if you're interested in hearing this again, and then you get push notifications. If you're listening to this on a page, like on a Facebook page or on Twitter, not on Twitter, on a Facebook page, then follow that page. If you're listening to this on YouTube, then subscribe. And I'll give you more facts next time. So until next time, goodbye.